when the tree falls. We had a tree fall, not on us, but I keep telling everybody it did.
It fell on the side, but when it hit, it broke branches and launched the branch parts at the Jeep.
I haven't actually gone through and looked at that footage. I'm gonna have to.
With me standing on the underside of a race car because it flipped over. I'm standing on top of it with a fire extinguisher putting it out.
We were a little bit skeptical about it all to begin with, but I started talking to a girl that I work with, and she attends the Trail Hero event every year in Sand Hollow, and she was telling me basically anything the Trail Hero puts on is gonna be good. So when I started explaining it all to her, I was like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking it's gonna be. She kind of helped convince me that it was okay. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Calvin, and we're SRG Offroad.
And you're watching The Trailhead.
Rev it up, let it roar, feel the ground shake. Pedal down, dust flying, no time to waste. The trailhead's calling, engine power on a roll. This is where trails start and stories unfold. Under starlit skies, where the wild things roam. Every trail a journey, every Jeep a home. Meet at the trailhead, where the wild ones run. The dust kicks high and the day's not done. With the road wide open and the dirt in our soul. This is where trails start and our stories unfold.
Hey everybody, I'm JD, and we're back with another Trail Hero Expedition Spotlight, getting to know the folks behind the rigs, the stories behind their journey, and the grit behind the challenge. Tonight's episode is all about SRG Offroad, two-person team powered by a purpose-built rig, and the passion for off-road desert exploration. Calvin Holda Jr. and started turning wrenches in his Arizona driveway and hasn't stopped since. His builds are a reflection of hard work and personal pride, built not bought in every sense. Jennifer Holda brings a balance of creativity and adventure, capturing the trails through lenses, memories, and the sheer joy of being out there. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, nice to have you. We talked a little bit out in the desert. Obviously, there was 9 million things going on. So we, and 9 million people. There's a lot of people for such a, I'm going to do the air quotes here, small production. Like it was just, I felt like it was a lot of people.
And for a group of people that like to go out and get away from people.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I feel like that's going to be a running theme that I have as I talk to all of you through these interviews. I think there's a lot of folks who are kind of like, man, I expected there to be other people, but I didn't expect there to be other people. Like a little bit of both. So yeah, there's a lot.
We were planning for it.
We were planning for it. We expected it.
We installed a privacy enclosure that we don't normally carry because we were planning for more people.
Okay, that's fair. As well, you should have. It was very nice having walls at times.
Yes.
I'll admit that. Mm-hmm.
We just weren't expecting everybody to be on top of each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think part of that was by design because you're there for a TV show and you're trying to keep everybody together. But I get that part too. Yeah. Even parking at the Grand Canyon, that was a task, especially when I got there after dark.
I think the Grand Canyon wasn't as bad as night 2, where they had us in Zion in that circle.
Yeah. It was tighter for you guys there.
Well, it was tighter and we couldn't reverse our direction so that the wind wasn't blowing directly in the tent. It was blowing,
just the way our tent opens.
Yeah.
Oh, because you guys were in that loop. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were stuck in that loop and it was like right on top of each other.
That sucks. Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, we were stuck in there once you guys got in there.
Yeah, you guys got stuck up in the hill.
Yeah, although the nice part about that was that we had a little bit of a break from the wind. But I found out from a couple of other people, at least, if you were tent camping in that area, it didn't matter. The wind was still whipping through the tents. So,
Yeah, they were kind of camping right off of right off that little trail that we were all in.
So, oh well. All right. Well, welcome to the show, guys. Thank you very much for coming and doing this. You guys are going to be our second up for these interviews and for these episodes. Which, if you're listening to now, the show is aired, and you're kind of getting a feel for everybody in the show, and hopefully you're here to kind of check it out and get some more info on these guys. So, I wanted to start with some basics. Where are you guys from? Where are you now? I know, well, we kind of talked about you're in Arizona now.
Yeah.
Where did you both start there, and are you from there?
So I was born in northern Arizona.
I was born in southwestern Arizona.
We've got ourselves a real Romeo and Juliet situation on other sides of the state.
Yeah, I mean, so the larger part of my family is actually from Yuma. My dad's side of my family was all from Yuma. My mom's side of the family is from Phoenix, and for some reason they moved up to Lakeside.
And all of my family is in Yuma, so
Yep.
That's where we met.
Yep. I
Nice.
moved to Yuma in 6th grade.
Okay. Is that when you guys met?
I've met him when I was 9 years old, so
Oh boy, one of
it's a real
those.
Romeo and Juliet story.
Yeah.
You just wait.
No, I don't want to wait. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't do that. That was a terrible idea to bring that up as a reference. No, let's not get to the end of that story. Good Lord.
We've dated before, but we don't have any kids together.
Okay.
We have 3 kids, just not together.
Nice. Okay.
So we dated, broke up, married other people,
had kids,
divorced, and got together and married.
Okay.
And finished raising those 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to do the long way around to where you need to be in life. So sometimes you got to learn stuff. I get it. I've been there.
Yeah.
And where are you at in Arizona now?
We're in Buckeye.
So it's a suburb of Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for explaining that, because I would not
It's
have
like
done that.
very west Phoenix. Any farther west and you're going into California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people refer to us as East California.
Yeah. How close are you guys to trails out there?
10 minutes.
Nice.
Not far.
Yeah. So there's a reason that the Gladiator has 23,000 miles on it in a year and a month. And about 80% of that is off-road.
They may not be super crazy trails, but they're still trails.
Yes.
We get out and get off-roading and enjoying it. So
you are not going to get any judgment here from me. Obviously you saw my build, right? Like I'm a fire roads and back roads kind of guy. Like I don't mind the limestone canyons. I'll do them if I have to, but I don't seek them out.
We were actually going to pull you out in Sand Mountain, and she said, no, we have places to be.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I just appreciate the fact that we're all going to talk about this every single time that I do one of these shows. I'm going to have 12 separate moments to just pull from when people call me on this whole moment.
I mean, you did bury it right in front of us.
Do you do your own
right to the bottom frame? What?
Do you do your own editing, or does somebody help you with it?
Of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say they need to pull, whoever your editor is needs to pull all of those together and put them all in one.
Oh, I will. I'm self-deprecating enough that I'll do it. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's one of those moments where I knew better. There's a few things here. I knew better. Like I knew I should have just stayed put. I was just trying to get out of the camera shot, and I thought there was rock there that wasn't, and I should have stopped when I realized there was soft sand, and I should have been aired down more, and none of those things happened. And next thing you know, yeah, I know. Thanks a lot. And so next thing you know, I'm the only jackass that got stuck in Sand Hollow, and I think I'm the only person that got stuck. Period, other than Keenan with a blown tire.
2.
So two
blown.
blown tires.
Yes, we changed the first one.
And the production crew. Technically, the production crew had a worse day than that. So
yeah, they demolished a trailer.
Yeah. So I think my biggest regret from that is that a Bronco pulled me out, and then I didn't just air the tires down and give it a try. Because if I had aired down to 12, which is what I ended up going down to, I probably didn't need to get pulled out. But It's all good.
I mean, it's a pretty
It's
Bronco.
my shame. It's my shame. And I got lost as the map guy. I got lost, and it was all because I didn't. I told people, I'm like, I should not have listened to other people's instructions, and I should have just gone straight to expert level and looked at my own maps, and I didn't. So
When we came into there, Jen Wright was following us and Keenan was following us, adventuring with purpose. They were both following us, and Jen Wright was out of gas. So we, let him into town. We all filled up, and on our way back, I was looking at my tire pressure and I'm like, you know what? We're at like 20. So we pulled over and dropped down to 15 because I knew we were coming in the sand. And then everybody else was like, oh, maybe we should air down too.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then
it only takes once on Sand Mountain. And because I thought when I did my first Trail Hero, I'm like, oh, I'm at street pressure. I can line up with everybody on the beach. I'll be fine. And then I'll just, I'll air down while I'm waiting. Nope. The minute I got off the main road, I sunk straight to the frame in the Jeep. But you drop that down to 12 PSI and I crawled right out of there without a problem. So
yeah,
it's all about trusting your tires not going to pop.
You also had your trailer. So
yeah, that was also a mistake, but that's a different discussion for a different day. So we're going to do things a little differently. We'll talk more about the production part about it when we get towards the end of things. But it was a choice. It was a choice. So either way, I got out. We're good. And I got to the showers before everybody else did. Barely, honestly. You guys, some of you still beat me to the hotel. All right.
Yeah. The hotel run, I mean,
that was his favorite part.
Oh, at the very end?
Yes, because she quit. She pulled all restrictions.
I kept telling him throughout the whole trip, it's not a race. It's not a race. Let's just have fun. And then that day I was like, I want a shower.
Okay. Ripping through the desert then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we, number 2, they took the road. Cool, whatever. Yeah. They beat American Venture Labs by 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And we were 10 to 15 minutes behind American Venture Lab.
Okay.
And those guys were they were beating everybody by hours every single day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to come up a number of times. 2 hours and 53 minutes that first day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we got in and Ride Dog looked at us and went, wow, you were flying. That made my head
moment.
Yeah.
It didn't creep you out at all that the guy is like, yeah, I've been watching you.
No,
I mean, we knew he would.
We knew he would. I mean, we beta tested his, Starling patch. We were one of the testers for it. So we knew he was watching us.
Yeah.
Just the fact of how impressed he was, how fast we moved through that was cool.
Yeah, meeting Adam I could have gotten lost with a whole lot of people, but I got lost with him and it was fun. So nice. Adam's got a cool little company going on there.
He does. And I'm doing everything I can to help him here.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Where's he based out of?
Utah.
Okay. That's right. He's Southern Utah. Okay. So he was right. He was home.
Right after we left from Trail Hero, we went to Flagstaff for Overland Expo. Yeah. And we ran into a bunch of different people out there that were renting rigs out, and we were giving them his information to kind of help him grow his business.
No. Yeah. Well, actually, one of our sponsors rents Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses AirTags because it's the most economical. And I'm like, dude, AirTags are so easy to find. You can find them with iPhone or Android now.
Yeah.
And so I gave him Adam's information. I don't know how far it's gone, but yeah.
I have a feeling Adam is working off of a lot of leads from that event. So, because we had a lot of conversations about that stuff. We had conversations about Trails Offroad and stuff like that too. So there's hundreds of applications of that stuff. I'm not entirely sure that he had thought about until Rich approached him to do this.
Yeah, no, I see that thing going places.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, before we get back to it real quick, as an aside, that is a function of a push start that I put in my JK. and you have to have a cell phone subscription to it, and then you can see your stuff on the map, and you can start your car remotely and stuff. Just the ability to see it remotely and see where it is remotely is awesome. But if I could offload some of that like GPX recording and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about it, oh, that'd be great.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I don't like. I had a Ford before I had the Jeep. Ford's app on their truck, on their vehicle, is free. And it's free for life. So like Jeep, when you buy a new one, you get like 3 months of being able to start your Jeep remotely.
Yeah.
Ford, you get it till you sell it.
There you go. Well, the aftermarket kit, what are you running, a JL or a JK?
JT.
You're oh, that's right. You're a JT or a Gladiator.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he makes one for that. I don't know if he's been able to hack the computer on that one. But
yeah, I know Jeep has their own, and it's I don't know. I think it was like $25 a month. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah, it depends on what you do with it, right? Like if you're putting 23,000 miles of off road, then you're not really going to use something like that. If you're in the suburbs and you want to start your car remotely from inside your office building, you definitely want that.
Yeah. I mean, I literally drive 10 minutes to work every day.
There you go. That's the dream, man. I had that, and then I gave it up to live further down in the mountains, but do what you do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's start with you for a second, Calvin. Where did you've been doing Jeeps? To take it, you do most of the work on your Jeep yourself. Where did you start wrenching, doing that stuff?
So I've done everything but the gears and the steering. So we got the 2.5 ton steering. It was a sponsorship. And they're like, as long as we install it. And I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. The gears, I did gears back when I was 20. And it
was that the last time you wanted to do gears?
It took me 3 tries to get it right. So, and unfortunately, that's 3 different sets of gears.
And that's expensive lessons.
Yeah. And that was in a Ford 9-inch. So those, my understanding, are a little bit easier, because you can pull the whole module out and work on it and put it back.
Right.
So I wasn't even going to mess with those, but everything else I've done myself. The lift, the winch, the, everything, back again when I was about 21, 22, I built a street racing car. I bought a wreck. I literally traded a washer and dryer for a wrecked car. I completely rebuilt, and I ran it for 3 years and then turned around and sold it to a kid, and he ran it for another 4 years.
Was Jennifer, was his decision-making skills about cars one of the reasons you guys split up previously, or?
I think previously it was more of an age thing. I was young and he was old enough to drink.
Oh my God, I love the brutal honesty here. Yeah. Okay. Nope. I'm here for it all. Yep. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Did you like wrenching in general, or what came first, wrenching or off-roading?
Wrenching, probably.
No, I mean, I grew up doing it. We grew up, my dad had lots of vehicles, lots of off-roading, and we always did the work.
His dad always taught him, we're not hiring somebody to do it. We're going to do it ourselves.
I mean, at 7 years old, 6, 7 years old, I'm rebuilding carburetors for snowmobiles.
Okay.
So
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, mechanical skills have always, electronics have always been there.
Not to mention fixing the washers and dryers with your family as a child.
Was that a family business that you were doing?
Yeah. My grandpa started an appliance business when my dad was in high school, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
There's always been some sort of mechanical work being done.
Then, all right, then that begs the question, then how did you get into the off-roading piece of things? Did you just decide you wanted to go out one day in it?
We always grew up in the desert down in Yuma, like at the river, or the sand dunes are not far. Like it was always just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, growing up, when I was younger up in northern Arizona, I had a 4-wheeler. And right next to my mom's house was the woods. So I was in the woods. We had trails. Even after moving to Yuma, I'd go back up to Sholo for high school parties with my cousins. Into the woods we were going because you couldn't get busted back there.
It's a different time then, man. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot different time.
Yeah. Don't try that at home, kids. 'Cause you won't get away with it anymore. It'll end up on Facebook as a party, and then there'll be 4,000 people there, and then you're the next Superman movie.
Our phones were CBs.
Yeah. Oh, in some cases, not all of us had CBs. Yeah. So
we used to play CB tag through town.
That's funny. That's kind of funny. That's something I haven't heard of before, but that has to be see, I grew up in the Midwest, so
okay.
There are definitely parts of Western culture that I am just learning about now as I've spent a decade out here.
And to us, it's just natural.
I mean, it was small town
other people
Arizona.
don't live that way.
You'd be cruising back and forth through town trying to find each other, and CBs only work so far, so you'd be like calling out the whole time trying to find where somebody was.
That is the weirdest game of Marco Polo I've ever heard. That's hilarious.
mean, there was a time when we the first time we dated where we would just cruise the main street in Yuma just to do it, back and forth.
Wow. How many main streets were in Yuma at the time?
There was a couple of them, but not.
Okay.
Like Avenue B, and there was 4th Avenue.
4th Avenue is wherever we used to cruise.
Nice. Okay. I'm not asking to date you guys. It's really more of I recognize that I'm also a person that drives by things now and goes, I remember when all this was just farmland. Like I just know that I've reached that stage. So
my mom grew up in Yuma when it was literally all farmland, and she could drive her dirt bike wherever she wanted in the town of Yuma.
See, and she told you about it on a regular basis too.
On a regular basis.
See, there it is. It's genetic. It has to be. It's something human. I don't know what it is. All right. So then that's the same for you then? You just kind of grew up with Jennifer?
Yeah. I mean, my dad's always been a fisherman and outdoors guy, and we always spent time outside. So it was just natural for us to continue it on once we started dating.
I mean, the first time we were dating, there was a lot of racetrack. I wasn't a first responder on dirt track.
Oh, okay.
So car flips over, I was usually the first one there trying to get the driver out or put out the fire or whatever.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Impressive.
I used to be a scorekeeper for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Somewhere in our boxes, there's a newspaper clipping from El Centro, California, with me standing on the underside of a race car because it flipped over. I'm standing on top of it with a fire extinguisher putting it out.
Yeah. Oh my God. So that was going to be my next question then, because one of those jobs is significantly more dangerous than the other. Did you ever manage to get yourself in trouble doing that?
No. You only got in trouble if you got caught. I mean,
right. So how many did you run away from right before they exploded?
No, we usually got the fire out.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Okay. Got the driver
there
out.
You go.
I only think they had to call in like off track, safety and response. Maybe once.
We don't do the dirt track racing scene anymore.
No. My dad still does it.
Okay.
So
did you race in those, or did you just like
we're officials?
Support. Just officials.
Okay.
When I was younger, my uncle and my cousin raced, and we were on the pit crew. So always working on the cars.
That's how you get into it then. Okay.
That's actually how we met. His dad was an official. My stepmom was an official, and she introduced his dad to my dad, and our dads became friends.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cool. That's a great story. I will refrain from asking how long ago that was. So I'm not
Well,
trying to throw a date at the wall.
I met him when I was 9, so
That's fine. That as far as anybody else is concerned, that was what, 15 years ago? You know,
Except I have a 21-year-old in the next room.
you know what? Time travel's a real tricky bitch. So it's okay. You'll be all right. All right. So what'd you say?
He said that's funny because we went and saw her dad this weekend and sitting there watching TV with him, and it was Back to the Future.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's on regular rotation in this house, so it's a good one. All right, so did you guys roll that? What did you guys roll that into, like the SRG off-road thing that did you create that as an entity? What is that for you guys?
It's mainly a place for us to go to share what we enjoy doing.
So it's our social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't have to be anything fancier or special than that.
No.
And SRG is the names of our dogs. We had a Sierra that is no longer with us, and then Rowdy was in my lap earlier, and Gamora was in his.
That's amazing. That's great. Okay, so that's 2 teams now that I know of that are dog-based names.
Mm-hmm.
So
they do go off-roading with us occasionally, but not as often as they would like.
That's fair. Okay.
That's because Rowdy he doesn't like being in the vehicle, but he doesn't want to not be in the vehicle.
Okay. So, and you didn't want to bring them along for you on this adventure?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We had a 21-year-old that babysat for us.
Nice.
Yeah. We named our group off of our dogs, not our kids.
No, because ABC would be boring.
I know.
Yeah, that's the excuse. Go ahead with that. Let's just we'll tell them it's because it's ABC is silly. Yeah.
Our kids' names are A, B, and C.
Their initials.
That's fair. I mean, you could have gone with anything else, like in a different direction, but no, it's okay. We'll keep your secret. I guarantee you that this won't make the final cut.
The kids already know what it's named for, so.
Yep.
Okay. They're already aware of their place on the totem pole. I get that. All right. I like it.
I mean, at the same time, all 3 of our kids are adults. Like, this is our time now.
Nice. Before you got the Gladiator, did you have any other Jeeps or any other off-road vehicles? I mean, obviously, maybe a single track here and there.
2019 F-250 Platinum.
That's actually what we started our social medias with. Our social medias was Platinum Overlanding Adventures or something like that.
So
nice.
we built that up. We do still have a R-Max 2-seater. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
And
those
then
are so fun.
We had a 2010.
No, before that we had the Defender, the Can-Am Defender. And then back in 2010 we had a JK.
I get the letters all mixed up. I was going to say the wrong thing.
Yeah, Jeep and their initials.
You're fine. You're 100% fine. I can't even tell you the number of times. I love when people ask me about my license plates because I say my yellow JK, and then I have to go through the whole explanation of why it's JK versus not like, anything else. No, it's not Yellow Jacket. It's not. No, it's every single time.
It's the model of my Jeep.
Yeah, sometimes in hindsight, when you do stuff, you're like, maybe I wouldn't do that the same. But, hey.
In the group community, it makes perfect sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense. It's just been a long, 9 years of answering that question. So at some point, you're just like, I don't want to answer it anymore. I don't want to have this conversation anymore with people. So... what are you going to do? I've built a brand around it. I'm stuck with it until I get rid of that Jeep. And as I've repeatedly told everybody, I'm not getting rid of that Jeep as long as that lifetime Mopar warranty is still intact.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Go back and listen to some other shows and you can hear the saga of the clock spring that was up until a few months ago. Which I probably, by the time this airs, will be dealing with another clock spring issue, but that's neither here nor there. So, awesome. It's now the 23,000 miles on the JT. You guys did that together mostly?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Most of that was on off-road.
Off-road. Okay. And you guys do the camping thing too, along with it, right? Like that's overlanding is usually your shtick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, during the summer, we'll
do a lot more off-roading because it's too hot to go camping down here.
Okay, that's fair.
No, when we have like 3 and 4 day weekends, we go up higher altitude and enjoy the cooler weather.
Not this past weekend because there's chaos at work.
Yeah.
I worked all weekend.
That's fair. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I was expecting to come back to that after this adventure, but luckily it was not my lot in life this time. I'm very sorry to hear about your situation. It seems almost as chaotic as what we had going on out in the desert.
Except for
Okay.
SD cards.
Right.
Oh, wait, did you say lose SD cards?
The first
2 days.
The first night we gave them 4, they gave us back 3. And then the second night, I think it was the same thing. No,
we gave them 5 and they
we
gave
gave
us
them
4.
5 and they gave us 4 back. And
Right.
then the last day,
Ooh,
we gave them our hard drive
and the cards.
and a couple cards because we got to the hotel and we ran out of time for us downloading our stuff. And then the next morning we get up to a message from someone saying, oh yeah, by the way, they left at 3:00 this morning and took your
all the
footage
media.
with you. They flew out at 3:00 in the morning. Mind you, the people who they said had the footage actually put it somewhere else. So it was still in Mesquite. They just had to go searching for it.
Yeah, they put it where they agreed where they were going to put it, and then it got put somewhere else.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah,
that tracks 100%. Yeah, I know the media piece was a struggle bus for everybody. So we all learned a lot on this trip.
Yeah.
We all learned a lot.
I kind of suggested for Rich to, pick up little SSD hard drives for all the contestants and let them put all their own stuff on the SSD and then give it to production. Because like when we were doing the first night when we were doing the cards, it took them like 6 hours to transfer all our footage.
Yeah.
And that was after we did 6 hours of transferring footage. When we did it on the SSD, it took them like 30 minutes.
And I can see how that would be beneficial, but at the same time, not everybody is like us and carries a laptop with them when they go out off-roading. So
I think part of it too is I don't think that they quite grasped how much footage they were going to end up getting from people.
Especially,
because I appreciate, as a person who edits video, I understand that you don't want 6 hours worth of video every single day.
especially when the two of us just kind of get in a zone and we're like staring off into space the whole day.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like if I'm home and I'm doing that kind of thing with my footage, I can go in and just cut out that part where I zoned out and forgot that I was recording. I get that you have to scrub through all of that and you have to transfer all of it over before you can you can get actually editing it. And so part of me understands that, but the other part of me as an off-roader understands that stuff happens so fast, right? And you want to capture that moment. I can't recreate that moment that tire blows. I can't. I can't recreate it for you.
When the tree falls, we had a tree fall, not on us, but I keep telling everybody it did.
It fell on the side, but when it hit, it broke branches and launched the branch parts at the Jeep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it actually hit the windshield and stuff.
I haven't actually gone through and looked at that footage. I'm gonna have to. We did a trip in July and we had the cameras running, and then an elk jumped in front of us. We had to slam on the brakes because it was so close, but if we hadn't have had the front camera going, we wouldn't have seen it. Yeah. We got some pretty cool footage of it jumping in front of us.
Yeah, that's really awesome though.
So we've just made it a practice when we get on the dirt, the cameras roll and they don't stop till we leave.
And actually that tree falling, we weren't in the dirt, but we still had the cameras going.
We were on a dirt road.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
Here's the thing is, again, I understand as a person who has to go through all of that. Like, I don't want to sort through that much footage, but in the same breath, I'm sorry. That's the nature of off-roading. So yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Like,
I feel like it's part of production too. Like,
yeah. Well, she wrote down notes, this happened at this time, this happened at that time.
They knew when to go back to, but at the same time, it's a funny conversation that we were having. May not have been something I remembered to write down, but they could go back and find it.
Or
Yeah.
she wrote down all the missed turns.
Yeah, we've made a lot of misturns.
Hey, I wasn't the only one. Congratulations.
Our first missed turn was going into Policeman's Wash.
I just gotta say that before we even left, I warned everybody that I will tell you 2 miles down the road and say, "Oh, we missed our turn back there."
Yeah. Or
well, and weren't you specifically told? Yeah, weren't you specifically told not to, that the Policeman's Wash was not part of the trip?
No,
We were specifically told that
we had to turn
it
down.
can be missed.
Yeah.
And you could end up on it. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna parse that word. Okay, I get you. It's okay. I see the conversation we're having here.
Yeah. So right as we passed it, she's like, "Hey, that was our turn." So
Yep.
we turned around.
Oh, you turned around. Okay.
turned around and went down.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, and you went down it. Okay. All right. Well, that's how you ended up in a muddy situation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so let's step back for a second though. How did you end up then with Trail Hero? How did you end up kind of deciding I want to take this 23,000 miles of camping and overlanding and subject myself to film production in the desert with a bunch of strangers?
Well, we saw an ad. I saw an ad on Instagram.
Don't say we.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Disavowing any knowledge out of the gate. I love it.
I sent it to her, and
I was not sold on it.
she was almost like, hell no, to begin with.
We actually had a little bit of an argument about joining it. And he's like, "What's the worst that can happen? They could just say no." And I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'm just going to fill it out." But that's all I'm doing. I'm filling it out. And I filled it out, and then we started getting responses back. I was like, "You take care of it. You wanted to do this. You take care of it."
Right.
I mean, wow. I never thought we would make it on.
Yeah. I think a lot of people felt that way too. It wasn't just about your rig. I think it was about you as people.
Well, and the first email was, "Hey, you made it through the first round. Here you go. What are your favorite drinks? Blah, blah, blah." Oh, okay, cool. Whatever. And then we got the next email, and I'm like, uh-oh. And she goes, "So here's the next email. We've made it further." And I'm like, okay. And then we got the email asking for a casting call. And once we got the casting call, it was like, oh, this is real. So,
yeah.
And then just so you know, those of us from Arizona, we do not have daylight savings time or any of that. So whenever everybody says this time, we're like, "Oh, okay," but we always get close to missing it.
Yeah. We missed the casting call by like 10 minutes.
No, that was the call for when we got it. When Rich was announcing that we got it, he told us this time, Mountain Standard Time. I'm like, "Hey, we're Mountain Standard Time." So I'm like, "We have another hour." And then he's messaging us, "Where you at?"
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably right around the same time that we all had a conversation on production and media teams about needing to set a single time. And sign on a rally time so that we all decided we were going to go with specific
time. Please tell us where you're at, and we can look it up.
Yeah.
Don't tell me MST or whatever, because I'm going to get it wrong.
Yeah. Arizona comes great. You don't change.
Yeah, exactly. That's why every time the meeting invite goes out for this thing, I'm just like, make sure it says for the local time zone. So hopefully their phone is set correctly.
We actually set up our meeting with Rich and Brandy for tomorrow, and I did that. I was like, "Is this Arizona time or is this Utah time?" It is Utah time, by the way.
Okay.
That sounds, I'm sure. Yeah, for them that makes sense. Yeah. They're out of there.
Yeah. So
I gotta sit down with them too.
We were like kind of shocked to get all those calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After our casting call and talking with Rich, and he's like, "You'll have to run your own cameras in between." We're like, "Oh yeah, we run a camera anyways." And he's like, No. It would be better if you had not only your front facing, but one facing each of you. And we're like, "Wait, you want us in it?" We normally hide.
It's not about the Jeeps. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, you look at 90% of our YouTube videos, it's the view. It's what we experience. It's not us.
Oh God,
And, you know,
yeah.
we were a little bit skeptical about it all to begin with, but I started talking to a girl that I work with, and she attends, the Trail Hero event every year in Sand Hollow,
Yeah.
and she was telling me basically anything the Trail Hero puts on is a good gonna be good. So when I started explaining it all to her, I was like, "Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking it's gonna be." She kinda helped convince me that it was okay.
Yeah. So then,
There you go.
she kind of started doing voiceovers on our YouTube, more of that instead of just, music.
We're not promoting our YouTube right now.
No.
It's going to happen no matter what
behind.
happens here. So yeah, trust me, and you're not going to be the biggest shill that runs on this show. I'm the biggest shill that runs on this show. So you're fine. You can pump yourselves up as much as you like.
I'm not confident in our YouTube channel, so that's why I'm like, don't promote it.
Yeah, all the people I work with that watch it all love it and can't wait for the next one. And she even got called out for promoting or doing mostly shorts on there. Somebody joined to watch because they watched a video. So they subscribed, and then we were putting out a bunch of shorts and they called her out. And she went, was it 3 weeks or 4 weeks?
I went like up until Trail Hero. So like the week before Trail Hero, I think it was like 5 weeks worth of videos.
Yeah.
Back to back every week.
Just every week releasing
and then
like full length videos or shorts?
Videos.
No, full videos.
Not like super long ones, but
5-6 minutes.
Oh, that's okay. No, perfect. And don't let people get on you about shorts. That's some of the best traction we get as a show, and we're long format. I'm here to have a 2-hour long show.
But we did that, and we went and picked up a couple more cameras because the 2 cameras we had were like, okay, I know where these are going, but
well, we all like cameras.
Yeah. And we picked up these, that we're now
there
using,
you go.
which we loaned you out there to let you try and use them.
Matter.
They would have worked fantastic if we'd ever actually gotten to the interviews that day. I would tell you that right now. So,
Right.
So, and then
it was nice to just have them, even though we didn't use them the whole time we were there. It was nice, like you run into a snag. Hey, oh yeah, sure, I got.
Yeah, it's good to have for this kind of stuff too, especially there's probably going to be a little bit more of this kind of promotion as we get closer. Plus, anytime you guys want to do a show like this as you go forward, those are nice to have. Yeah. Audio makes the biggest difference when it comes to video. All right, well, so you guys got picked to do this, and then you talk with Rich for the casting call. You're good to go. We all had 2 months to get ready to go.
Yeah, something like that.
It was like the end of March when we found out about it. And then it was, sorry, he's needy.
That's fine. I got one of them too. Trust me. The thunderclap, he did not like that bit over here. So,
yeah. So it was, we need this, we need that, we need to add this.
And I think the biggest problem we had was we were reaching out to all of these people trying to get sponsorships. And you had, what was it?
Easter Jeep Safari.
There was all kinds of events happening, and all of these people were too busy to respond to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got a lot of responses back for the show for stuff after I got back, and because they're all, and even to their credit, it's really hard for a company to turn on a dime like that for 2 months, to do that. And I also understand the position that Rich was in too. So, and I'm sure that as the story will come out, Rich had been planning this for some time, and I think maybe he told that story at the banquet, or she told that story at the banquet, and it essentially was the fact that Trail Hero ended, and Rich is just like, yeah, I really want to do this overland thing, and it was just kind of like, yeah, okay, I guess we're just doing this. So I know part of that was that, and next year will be a lot easier for people to kind of get ready to go and get that stuff lined up ahead of time. So,
well, and he's gonna have more than just his little crew to help him.
Oh yeah,
he's built a network with all of us, I think, because all of us are like, let's help, let's see what we can do to make this better for you.
I mean,
oh yeah,
I don't know if we're supposed to say it, but
I mean, he did say it was official, so
Rich did already give us his official invite for season 2 to run chase and help
Nice.
to us on when we were in Overland Expo.
yeah.
Sweet. Well, you guys can wrench, so I think that's going to be a big piece for him, for folks that he wants.
I can take
running
pictures
trails.
of you while you wrench.
Yeah,
You know what?
she got
here's
great
the thing.
video.
I can tell you from experience on this last trip that is actually something that would have been very helpful to have as a videographer on that, and actually taking good video of problems that people were encountering in the chase stuff. Because
when Keenan blew,
it wasn't always production involved. What'd you say?
When Keenan blew his first tire, she recorded the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
It was the
Good
one
job.
time where I was able to hold a camera and not have to go get stuff for him.
Aha! That's awesome.
It was Keenan's Jeep, but I think I was doing most of the work.
Well, Keenan didn't have a jack, and we had just
He
put
didn't
away
have a
our
jack. He didn't have a winch.
Well,
he had a jack. He just
winch.
couldn't get. He had a winch and he had a jack. He just couldn't use the winch, and he couldn't get to the jack.
Yeah,
the winch worked when he got to Mesquite, but not when we.
No, he didn't test it before he came.
Yeah, he doesn't know that for sure. Yeah, he probably did, but
he does have a working winch now.
It does. And you know what? I didn't tell this to him, and I should have when I sat down with him yesterday. He was not the only winch that failed in Mesquite. The door on the Trail Hero trailer failed while we were out there. So like when I got there on Friday night, we're all trying to figure out how to do like some geometry and see if we can get a winch line from somebody's Jeep to haul the door up. It was good. It worked out well.
Yeah. I remember Mega Whips Mike was trying to get his winch in there to lift it.
Oh yeah, it was fun. That was fun. Then getting, oh good Lord, it was dumb. We had ratchet straps. I mean, it was all safety. I'm sure OSHA, if you're listening, all of it was on the up and up. I guarantee.
Those were all rated.
Okay. Aha. So is there anything that you guys added like last minute that you didn't have other than I think the privacy awning that you told me you guys got?
The steering.
You're going to be around a lot of people.
Yeah. So
did you just do a steering job at the last second?
The
day we left.
Really?
2 weeks before we went,
we
were offered a 2.5 ton steering as a sponsorship.
It was probably about a week before we left, because it was right after we picked the Jeep up from getting the gears done, and we did that the Saturday before we left.
Yeah, so we got the 2 weeks before we left, we got the gears done. We broke them in Friday through Sunday.
Before the weekend before Trail Hero.
Yeah. And then we were supposed to go on a ride with the guy that was going to sponsor us, and we didn't. Yeah, Deutsch Offroad. We didn't have the gears broke in all the way on Saturday night, so we went out to their meetup and said, "Hey, we're here, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna sponsor you. We're gonna give you 2.5 ton steering, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "Text me Monday and we'll go over everything." So I text him Monday. He's like, "Yep, we're definitely doing it. Here's what," because he had to pay his guys, so we paid for the labor and stuff. And I'm like, "Cool. When is it happening?" He's like, "Let me schedule it." And like Wednesday came along. I'm like, we're leaving Friday, right? He's like next Friday? I'm like, "No, 2 days from now." He's all, "I thought I had more time." I'm like, "No, remember I told you Monday, it's this weekend, we're gone." And so he texts me Wednesday evening, "Be here Friday morning." I'm like, okay. So at 9:00 Friday morning, we got our steering installed.
Oof. That's a hell of a shakedown though. Like I don't know if I would have felt comfortable with that.
I think it was about 3:00 in the afternoon when we left. So
I mean, from their shop to our house is an hour and 15 minutes. So I had that drive. Okay. Got home, checked it, everything was still good. Like I said, we did the gears the weekend before. After watching a couple of the Trail Hero Tuesdays, we added a lot more roto packs.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had one.
So you guys didn't have any gas issues?
We filled up when we knew we had a long way to go before the next gas station,
So
but we didn't
up,
need it.
yeah, we filled up when Keenan needed fuel. And he's like, I got a quarter tank left. I'm going to fill up. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, so we stopped to record a video for, because we had people who actually sponsored us with roto packs.
Yeah.
And we also made good content for the show that we're stopping to fill up, even though we didn't need to.
We had half a tank. When he had a quarter tank, we had half a tank. We put 6 gallons in, so when we hit the gas station with both Genrite and Keenan, we filled up the truck and the roto packs, and it was like 20 gallons. So we would have made it with like a gallon left.
Okay, so like coming out of Whitmore Canyon, you were good to go like when you got to the gas station?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm curious how you got such good gas mileage.
I went fast.
Okay.
I mean,
there's the economical way, and then there's the Adventure Lab way.
We typically run in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah. Okay, that tracks. And most of that area coming out of there was 2-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, like even
Keenan was running 4-wheel drive though.
Keenan was running 4-wheel drive because he needed the low gear. We dropped into 4-low coming down the hill just because our paper said, warning, danger, go 4-low, blah, blah, blah. Don't ride your brakes. So we dropped it in 4-low and we're like, where's this extreme downhill at?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
You know, granted, we did come across another competitor and the downhill bumpy was a little bit too much for her.
Yeah, but I think that was partially because, and she's going to talk about that when she comes on the show. So we can talk about that. That was Danger Zone and Susan. And
no, it wasn't.
No. Somebody was having
Fran.
Oh, was she really having the trouble with the downhill?
I don't know that she was having trouble. She was just going at her pace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I get that piece too.
We called her on the radio. She's like, yeah, I'm just going slow. And I'm like, okay, well, if we make you nervous, just, we'll find a spot and we'll go by. And she's like, okay. And like, it was not even a minute later. And
I think that was going into Whitmore Canyon, right?
Yeah, we were going into Whitmore. So she was just taking a very slow pace. And we run those.
See, you're at an advantage. And I'm kind of person that when I'm going down, I usually take it slower than going up. Like I'll gas it going up.
One of my favorite trails out here in Arizona is Harquahala Peak. And it is the highest mountain point in southwestern Arizona. And it has an old Smithsonian observatory. It's like a whole historic site up top. But you go from like 1,900 feet in altitude and all the way up to 5,600 feet in altitude in less than 10 miles. So it's a very, very steep grade, and 100 miles and 360-degree views.
Yeah. So you can see almost 100 miles out.
Yeah.
Nice. Believe it or not, and it's her favorite. She has 2 videos on it.
Yeah.
Look, listeners and viewers of the show know that I'm a huge altitude person, so I love trails like that. Anything that goes up 3,000 feet in a short order. So there's a trail here called Saxon Mountain that does that.
When you live down here in the desert where it's 120 degrees at the bottom and you get to the top and it's 80 degrees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, 100%. And I think that's that's the appeal of off-roading out west, especially when you get into parts of Utah and Arizona. I think a lot of folks understand, like, there's parts of Utah and Arizona that are up high. You can get out of the heat. You just have to know where to go just to get out of the main drags. Okay. All right. And so how did the Jeep hold up in general then? If we're talking shaking.
Everything's great. I mean, I haven't had anything come loose. We have a very modular rack. And actually when we were at Overland Expo, we spoke to the manufacturers, and I'm like, because they were wanting to to do something with us because of the trip, and they just ran out of time like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, dude, your rack held up 100%. You know, we beat the living daylights out of the truck, and it's ready to go again.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
I mean, I would not hesitate to go do it again right now.
Do the whole trip again right now?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
the truck's ready.
Okay. Well, you trumped my question for later. Like, I was going to ask that question if you wanted to do that, if you ever
Well, he
wanted to
already
do this
answered it
again.
for
or not.
you.
I mean,
To be fair, he did by saying you wanted to be part of the chase teams, although that doesn't
So-
really.
So we were part of production for this whole time. So go ahead and ask your question, and then you can just cut that into it.
It's all right. It's better off this way. That people understand how unhinged all of this is anyway. It's good. I hope that the majority of the responses that I get are along the same lines, and I think they will be. I don't feel like anybody really came away from this experience, you know, especially from the adventure portion, just going from place to place to place and checking out all this cool stuff. I think everybody really enjoyed that as a whole. I think there were issues like, you know, we're doing a first season of a reality show as a group, and a lot of us don't know what we're doing, and we got there.
I mean, you know, some of the big things were like,
I think for me,
it's not a race.
For me, it was waiting on production.
That's fair. That is fair. And here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and say this out the gate. I'm not production. I'm media. So I'm going to remove myself from that equation.
I don't even know that we were waiting on production,
right.
but a lot of times we were waiting for hours at a time, and we're like, let's go see what we can see today.
And Rich even told us, you know, that there was supposed to be a lot more that was done that wasn't, because when they released the schedule, it said, you know, 7:00 production meeting, 8:00 drivers meeting. You should have added a 9:00 tear down camp type thing, because like us, when we read 7:00 production meeting, 8:00 drivers meeting,
means be ready to go at 8.
Yeah, we were ready to go at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And our camp, you know, we've done it so much that we can literally, from the time we say we're going till we're ready to go, is 20-30 minutes max. So we rolled out of bed with the mindset of we need to pack up by we need to get packed starting at 7, no later. You know, if you word the schedule a little bit different and have
but that's a Rich thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, and like I say, it's something I'm going to talk to Rich about, because he did tell us that everybody was ready to go before they were ready for us to be ready to go.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that, you know, because I know I would have liked to have more time running around, you know, watching you guys put camp together in the morning and making breakfast and stuff like that. Just timing didn't work out quite that way. And so we all learned a lot. And so hopefully next year there's there's different things I want to do. You know, I didn't get enough of an opportunity to do kind of these interviews that I wanted to do with folks, like these kind of sit down things. And and I think what's going to happen next year is I'm not going to bring a vehicle, and I'm going to ride, you know, in people's third seat, and I'll ride with them during the day and record, and we'll just sit there all day and talk. And I think that'll make for.
I know.
What'd you say?
I said our third seat that almost doesn't exist.
There it is. I mean, there might be limitations with some people's vehicles. I think Keenan doesn't have a back seat, but he was only one person, so
we have
you know,
we have a 60% seat delete, so. We have one tiny seat, and it was like all used up.
That's where all the camera gear and the
Blue Eddy
sets.
Yeah, we'll move that out for 4 hours, and you guys will be good to go. That's all I need is 4 hours of your day. I'll change halfway. Yeah, there you go. That's how I'll pitch it to people. But I think
got to find the next person to ride with.
And just exactly. Like I need my seat back.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
You know, maybe even do some of these beforehand.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen too. And I think
he did that with Nathan beforehand.
Oh yeah, we did.
Well,
we did see him on your show a couple times beforehand.
So full disclosure, and I will say this to you guys. I did say this multiple times. I gave Nathan no hints about what I knew about pre-production for any of that. Nathan is one of our oldest listeners to the show, and he's been calling into our show since the get. So for me, it was really awesome when he got picked to be on the show. And the funny part is Rich didn't know that he had been on the show before until after he had been cast. And he's like, well, yeah, I learned about this listening to you on on this show. And he's just like, oh, well, JD's going to be there. It was this whole thing. So it was fun. That was fun. And it was fun to meet Nathan because I'd been talking to him for so long. So
I think we had been following each other.
We actually saw a post on Facebook from him.
No, it was Instagram.
Either way, we saw a post from him announcing it, and then we came across your podcast where he said he announced it.
Yeah.
So that's when we realized who you were.
Oh, thank you very much. That's cool.
So we were actually following him before, and he was following us before.
But neither of us knew.
Yeah. And then he announced, we're like, oh, well, we can announce now? Okay,
so
cool.
So we announced.
And then, of course, he had the rack, and that was it.
Yeah.
And
he had a lot of prep to do.
He's like, I started messaging him. I'm like, dude, are you ready for overlanding? Because, I kind of looked at his pictures, and I'm like, looking at his pictures and his Instagram, this guy has no idea what overlanding is.
Yeah. And he crawls in parks.
Yes.
And he knew it too.
So, I kind of reached out and I'm like, hey, if you have any questions, just ask. And so we started bouncing ideas back and forth for him and everything.
So our SRG channel on Instagram, we share it. So it's on both of our phones. There have been times where I'm like, oh, look, he's talking to Mudhorn again. I wonder what Mudhorn needs now.
Yeah, I have a feeling that when I get to his episode and we start talking about what they spent versus what they got sponsored on to come out there, I can only imagine. So,
yeah.
But I know he had a blast. So, I know he had the best time.
And he was also doing it for a good reason. So,
yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It'll probably bring a bunch of awareness out to autism.
Hopefully it does.
I know when they tell the story, and I'm gonna have a hard time with it. She's gonna tell that story again about him, about Johnny, and the hug and the kiss, and I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna be able. Like I can't barely in the moment, like right now, I'm not even opening my eyes because I know.
Right.
It was so good. It was so good for me. Like I'm really glad nobody but like Rich and people saw me after you all left and we were doing the final pieces at the end of things after the banquet. Because good Lord, I was a mess.
They did good. I the bad part, and I can tell you, I was 100% guilty of it too. Is like we were told it wasn't a race, but somewhere in the back of our head, it's a race.
I think everybody kind of felt that way. Yeah.
And then, it was
they're
like
hiding something somewhere.
Yeah. Where are these times getting added? What is this? Because Rich was talking times and we're like, see, we're getting time. So after the times were brought up, everybody kind of stepped up their flying to camp.
Yeah.
And
even then, it really wasn't a part of the overall competition piece because it can't be because of liability stuffs. And
so everybody, all the competitors were like, I know we're secretly racing, but we're also trying to get the points of interest. Got to take the pictures of the points of interest. So that was kind of confusing. And then banquet came and we're like, what were these times based on? Nobody understood what it was. And then, everybody was talking to Rich at the after party and he's like, all your times were solely based on your competitions in camp.
So like Keenan didn't complete 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
3?
Yeah.
Yep. And here's the thing.
Qualified everyone?
Well, and I talked about that with him too, right? Like, I get why he, he took the disqualification as opposed to not getting it done. And But I remember that even as a media person, when Rich and I sat down to kind of talk about what was going to be needed from me and my vehicle on this trip, he was really explicit about the fact that I was going to do a lot better if I had a co-pilot or at least somebody in another vehicle to partner with me. Because if I didn't, it was going to be rough. And that was just being a media person who wasn't going to do the competition piece, right? That's just going to point A to point B and getting all the POIs.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that him and Fran did that on their own, but I really feel like I don't think Rich undersold when he did this with folks that having someone there to help you for this was going to be a big deal.
Oh yeah. No, and like, I know he was always solo. Keenan was always solo. Fran wasn't.
Oh, which we haven't talked with her yet. Was she supposed to have a partner?
When she first started doing it, she had another name there, and then on her team page when it first came up,
okay,
I believe there was another name there, and then it changed to be determined.
Just her. Okay, all right. Well, maybe something happened there. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to, like, I know Brian Ritchie and Living to Relax. I know he was talking with his friend, just kind of came out of nowhere. He's not an off-roader, and something could have fallen through for him at the last minute.
Well, and then
but you never know.
Yeah, you had
the bourbon.
No, well, the bourbon was a totally different story, but Bo, Bo and his what was his name? Josh, I think.
Yeah, Bo and Josh. With the Suburban.
No, with the XJ.
Oh, yeah.
Our two medics.
Yeah, our two medics. Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah. So like Bo had the time off and Josh wasn't going to get it and he had to swap with somebody. Otherwise Bo would have been alone.
Yeah, I feel like there's a place, I think, I get that. I'm sure Rich doesn't want to promote solo overlanding, but in the same breath, it's what people are doing.
We got some kickback from Susan from Mudhorn
about going out alone,
because we go out off-roading alone, but we also we know our limits and we don't oversell ourselves. So those hard trails that, yes, you definitely should have somebody to get you out of a sticky situation. We have other people with us, but when Harquahala Peak is not something that we need somebody with us on.
And that's when you first start having those conversations with people. I think especially folks, when you come out west here, there's a lot of places that you can wheel that are fire roads, right? They're very simple graded or very lightly rutted roads.
We like to call them dirt highways.
There you go. I like that. Okay.
Or in the case of the 300 road up north, because they were pulling so many Priuses out of the bar ditches on it, they paved it.
They actually paved a Forest Service road up here.
Yes.
Oh, we have that happened here. There used to be Guanella Pass used to run from it. Yeah, it used to be dirt. It was dirt when we moved here. They were paving it.
Yeah, I grew up on that road as dirt, and we went to take it because you can go from, if you get on a map, you can go from Strawberry Pine all the way to Sholo via dirt road.
Okay.
But now 20 some odd miles of that dirt road are paved.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't go by dirt road anymore.
Yeah, I think that's rough for everybody these days too. There's a lot of, especially if you get anywhere near a populated area or something that's mildly trafficked on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, even like I said, coming out of Whitmore Canyon, some of the roads were ridiculously easy. What happened out on the trail that you guys didn't capture on camera? Is there anything that you didn't capture that you wish you had?
The deer on the paved roads.
The deer on the paved road part.
We saw a deer on the paved road, but like he said earlier, we don't record on the paved roads.
Fair enough. Well, it doesn't make that interesting technically. I mean,
yeah.
No, I mean, like we said, just our MO when we record has always been, as soon as we hit dirt or hit the trail, we start the Onyx tracking.
Oh, you know what we didn't get that I wish we did?
What's that?
Our first competition, the shot of your face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
We had pulled the cards.
That was my first time driving the Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So we pulled all our cards to download them to the hard drive and get them to production.
Yeah.
And, we get called over for for this exercise, and the cards are not in the cameras. And Rich is like, you might want to put the cards back in the camera for this. And so I could see the camera that faces the driver, and I got the card in. The camera that faced the passenger, I thought I had it in, and I slid it up and locked it.
And hit record.
And I put the one on the dash, and I put the one that we have one that's like right here that captures everything in the front of the Jeep. So you can see my hands like freaking out.
But nothing from his face.
Yeah, no, my face camera, the passenger's face camera didn't get a card back in it.
Oh, that's a shame.
But
all right.
I can guarantee you can hear me go, no, stop, brake, stop. Easy on the gas. You don't have to punch it.
That's one of the competitions I didn't get to see that I really wish I had. Like, I just couldn't. There were some folks that had just never, like Brian. Again, I'm gonna use Brian as an example, right? Because his guy never even been off-roading, let alone driven a Jeep. And the next thing you know, he's being blindfolded and like, yeah, just drive around this track with your friend of 20 years. And hopefully you guys still have a relationship when you're done. Yeah.
And didn't they end up taking out one of the feathers?
They probably did. I look forward to talking to them about it because
he wasn't able to watch it.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I look forward to talking to him about it because I really would like to find out what kind of destruction that he did do, because he mentioned something about it at Sand Hollow, and I didn't get into it at the moment. So
yeah, no,
all right.
That was definitely a weird.
The Suburban guys, they didn't even really know each other outside of this.
They were acquaintances.
Yeah. And that was an interesting dynamic. Yeah, it was a very interesting dynamic. I'm interested to see how that plays out on TV. And like the guys were nice. They're super nice. You guys were awesome. It just I didn't.
I mean, we set up our windows lights so that they could fix the Suburban that second night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had to rebuild the hubs.
Yeah, well, and him explaining the story about it. So you didn't really get everything on film. Was there anything that you guys learned about yourselves in the adventure portion? Not even the competition piece, just the getting from point A to point B and trying to do 100+ miles a day. Usually,
I guess I kind of gained a little more confidence and help, even though I miss turns all the time. I have the confidence in finding ways around when I do make those mistakes.
Or when there's a big black Suburban in our way.
And you're trying to get around it. Yeah.
So I used our Onyx maps to zoom in and look at a road that went around. And that's how everybody ended up going around the Suburban.
Nice.
We found the bypass.
Sometimes you just need a good base map of BLM roads. You don't have to get the fancy stuff to figure out how you go.
And it wasn't even a road per se. It was just you zoom into the satellite view and you can see the cutout along the satellite. So I was like, that's a road, let's go.
That's close enough. All right, fair enough.
That day was actually pretty funny because
that was when him and Keenan hit it off.
Yeah. Well, and like when we turned around and we're coming back out, we run into the Bronco and they're like, are you guys lost? Where are you going? We're like, oh no, there's a Suburban stuck on the hill and we're going around. And they're like, wait a minute, you can go around? We're like, we found a way.
I've been writing for Trails Off-Road for nearly 10 years now. And what drew me in wasn't just the chance to map trails, it was their absolute commitment to building detailed, consistent, and responsible guides that truly help people explore with confidence. That mission still matters, and that's why I believe in Trails Off-Road. Not just because I'm a writer and they're a sponsor, but because I've seen firsthand how useful this tool can be when you're deep in the backcountry and plans are changing by the hour. Planning a full week of the trailhead following along with the Trail Hero Expedition meant juggling long days, minimal cell phone service, and evolving plans. Trails Off-Road kept the plan simple for me, though. Clear difficulty ratings and waypoints for obstacles and even some camping information made the journey that much easier. Public land overlays made it easy to stay legal and tread lightly when roving camp to camp, and it all worked offline, so the guide and the map kept working even when the cell bars faded. New features even allow you to record your tracks, add your own waypoints, and put the guide on a compatible Android Auto Dash. If you want one tool to plan your adventure smarter, this is it. So for the best damn trail guides, get your free trial of Trails Off-Road All Access in the app or at trailsoffroad.com.
We are going around.
We found a way, yeah.
And
Oh my
we're like,
God.
do you guys want to follow us or do you want to go play with the bourbon? And they're like, oh, let's go watch the bourbon.
Yeah. Which to be fair, they didn't have any place to be, so they could go watch the Suburban and see how that went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Plus, I think they just, as members of the chase team at that point, they had to be there.
when we were watching a fully built JL on, I think he was 40s or 42s with 1-tons hooked to the Suburban and having 2 anchored vehicles on him getting pulled down the hill, it was like, this isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So Keenan was getting impatient and we're like, you know what, we're not gonna stick around. And he's like, all right, find a way, we'll follow you.
I mean, seriously, that's part of the overlanding piece, right? You get an obstacle in front of you, whether or not it's not, whether it's a tree or a Suburban that can't get out of your way,
or even in our case, one of those trails that we're not comfortable doing on our own. We have learned how to find a way around it. So
yeah, I mean,
there you go.
We have the gear. 99% of the stuff that we could come across, we could probably get through by ourselves.
Yep.
But I'm not going to put us at risk.
You don't seek it out. And I tell people on a regular basis that, I have some features. I have a winch, not because I want to use it, but because I want to be able to get myself out of a bad situation. And I have larger tires not because I want to spend as much money as I do on those tires, but because I want to be able to get myself out of a bad situation.
We have had to use our winch before on our own when we were solo.
Yeah,
so have I, yeah.
Right after we installed our lift.
We went to go.
So what did you do? Because she said that very accusatorily as she looked at you.
So we went and hit a trail before we had the lift, and there was a little narrow wash right before it. And I'll send you the picture of the Jeep stuck. So before the lift, I pulled up to it. We're on 35s with no lift.
We're like, we probably shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I'm like,
so we turned around and went home.
Yeah, so that was the extent of our getting ready to put the lift on because everything came in. It was sitting in the garage. I'm like,
it was kind of like a photo shoot before we did the install.
Yeah.
So we went out to take some pictures of the before, and then we were going to go to the same place and do the after.
And
okay,
so we went to the after, and it handled every little thing way better than it did before. Come on, stop. And so we came up to the same wash, and I'm like, I can probably get across that. And I front end went through, came up, everything was great.
Mm-hmm.
Jeep Gladiators have a fat ass.
And the spare tire said, no, you're not
that nice long wheelbase. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we kind of went down into it, and the tires fell down, and we were sitting on the spare tire in the bumper, and
just dangling.
The front end was digging, and it was digging and would not go any further, and the back tires were just hanging there, just being useless.
I don't know how you guys drive those things?
So we ended up using our winch on the property line fences with the barbed wire on it, the little teeny tiny thin poles. Yeah, we wrapped around one of those and pulled ourselves out.
Jeez. So kids, don't try that at home, for the love of God. My God, no. But don't, as we say many times on this show before, don't do anything that we say on this show. Just don't do it.
Well, I mean, I did it somewhat smart. I didn't go to like the fence post right in front of the Jeep. I went over the hill, the whole 100 feet. I left like 3 or 4 wraps on the drum. I went all the way over, and yeah.
And he did it at the base, not like at the very top of it.
Exactly.
Look, I'm not calling into question that you may or may not have tried to do as much to mitigate the risk. It's really more of just the idea. I have this horrific Final Destination thing in my head of
Yeah.
This like the winch lines, it snaps, and then just this barbed wire thing just comes rolling back at you over the top of this hill. It doesn't suit me.
I was at the top of the hill behind a tree.
I winched in.
And the funniest part about it all is once we got out, we went down probably like half a mile and turned around and came back, and there was a way to get around it.
There was a nice little bypass.
Yeah, there was a bypass around it.
And you know what, Calvin, I would ask you this question, but I have a feeling that Jennifer knows better. What's your insurance like?
Vehicle or life?
Yes.
He's got a life insurance through work on himself. I have a life insurance through him at work as well.
Okay. See, there it is. Yeah, she's double dipping. You see how that works? She's like, yeah, go ahead, hook it up to the fence line, honey. Let's see how that goes.
In all fairness, if something happens to me, she has to be able to pay off all my toys.
There is that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Her SUV is paid for.
Yeah, my car's paid off.
I feel like that should be a part of every off-roader's like rider, that when you sign up for any kind of a life insurance, that you have to have special coverage just for your off-road costs. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got two of them, so she can pay off the Jeep and all the stuff that we've thrown on it.
All right, good deal. All right, well, let's talk about the competition piece of things real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys fall in the grand scheme? Do you know?
I think fifth.
I think that's what,
that's not bad.
Rich said at the after party.
At the after party, I think he calculated out we were fifth.
Okay, very nice. I'm sure it'll be on the show.
I mean, would I love to have won? Sure, but honestly, the prize package was great, but I probably I would have either gave most of it away to friends that needed stuff, or because we have a winch. We love our winch. We have a bed rack that even though it takes a month and a half, 2 months to get it, if I bought another Gladiator today, that's the first thing I'd order.
Right.
Because we had another bed rack first, and compared to what we have now, no, I wouldn't give it up. Roof rack, I probably would have kept the roof rack that they gave us.
I think the whole experience of it was worth it all.
Yes.
Whether we were first or fifth, it was all worth it.
Yeah. I'm not asking like it as a gotcha. It was just I just wanted to know where you guys fell in that whole scheme. I literally
got the one prize. Well, the two of the prizes that I really wanted, which one is the VIP package to Trail Hero.
Yeah.
Because I want
you have to go. That if you got the VIP package, you got to go to Trail Hero.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say, Jennifer.
See?
The girl that covers me at work is the girl that goes every year. So
they're just going to be.
I'm trying to figure out how to tell my boss we're both going to be gone the same time.
I know how to tell him. You have a work laptop that you can take with you. I will let the company use our Starlink data.
Starlink it up. There you go.
I mean, this past weekend I proved to him that I could do it all on remotely.
Yeah.
See?
We were only have to Yuma this weekend, and she was doing work.
See, there you go. You only got to get some work done. You just got to find a little bit of downtime. I mean, you get a Starlink, you can do work anywhere on Sand Mountain.
Exactly.
While you're sitting there waiting for that line of 30 people in front of you, you can get some stuff done.
But
because it'll happen.
Unfortunately, the stuff that I do is all time based, and it has to be done by a certain point.
Oh, that's
okay. Well, we can take our line. We can take our trips after the fact of her being.
Yeah, we
do night.
We'll
night
work it. See, I want to. I'm sponsored. I want to do a night run this year. So
we're doing one this weekend.
Next
okay.
It's this weekend.
Okay, yeah.
No. Next weekend. Sorry,
next weekend. Yeah. So one of our sponsors is helping another off-roader do a night run.
Okay.
And they just happen to be a lighting company.
It's either Nacho or Baja.
It's Nacho.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Nacho. Okay.
We've got our nachos, and I wouldn't get rid of them.
We don't
that's fair.
We don't do a lot of night run specific runs. Like we'll run into the night. but we don't go out at night for a night run.
I want to, and I will say this: I've got to ask, and I'll ask you guys. Anybody who's got footage or video or pictures of me coming into camp in Whitmore Canyon, I would really like to see, because I know for a fact that my lights were lighting up Earth apparently at that moment.
Did you?
So
you came in with Team Danger Zone, right?
No, I came in way after that. I came in closer to dusk. Like it was when I rolled through the flags to talk to Rich after the sun had gone down. Like I knew where we were
before Danger Zone.
Yeah, Danger Zone was way past that.
Yeah, they came in way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were.
I didn't realize it. Oh, okay.
Vehicles.
Okay, I thought they'd come in earlier than that. Okay,
yeah, they were.
So
they were.
I thought it was the last one in. I guess not.
No.
Okay.
I know we got yelled at when we were there because everybody was trying to record the moon, and there's this funky feature on very fancy Jeeps, when you get the Mojave X.
Not I.
Yeah, you open the door and it turns on all the lights.
And everybody yelled at me for it.
They were all standing in front of the Jeep with their cameras set on really long exposure, standing there trying to get the moon, and she opens the door and lights up the day.
I'm pretty sure that's a button thing you can change in the menu someplace. You can turn that off, but
I've looked, and even turning off the auto light, it doesn't go away.
Okay. I had the problem where if I locked it and then unlocked it, it would turn the lights on. And then like on the second day, I'm like, why am I locking this? Who's going to steal anything I have? Like it doesn't. Like I'm surrounded by 30 other people and we all have the same stuff. It doesn't matter. It was funny.
When we would walk away, like when we walked away at Whitmore Canyon, maybe the Jeep was locked.
Yeah, well, that didn't really help you. So I'm real sorry about that.
We should have.
Yeah, let's
on the.
Yeah, let's. Would that qualify as your least favorite competition piece?
Well, one we won.
Well, you did, but still, like it. You had to lose a valve stem for your troubles.
We did. We lost our spare, but honestly, we kind of looked at the other side of it because we think when we hit the mud the first day, I think we damaged the valve stem because that was when we entered the canyon, we turned and we hit that solid mud. And I think we damaged the valve stem that morning. And
so we look at it as more of a almost a blessing, like saved us from something else happening.
Saved you from a trailside repair, exactly.
Or a flip.
Or like the day before, we were doing 70 down these roads that are straight, like those Forest Service roads that we were just talking about.
When we were running across the top of the plains and stuff, we were running 70, 75, 80. We were far, and that's where Keenan came up with the idea that we inbred our Gladiator with a trophy truck.
Well, you guys are just lucky that it wasn't like King of Hammers and there weren't jumps. So, because we know what happens with Gladiators and that.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you take a wrong turn.
Yeah, there is that too, and you don't do a pre-run. All of these things don't help with your situation. Signage, I believe, was also a problem.
I do like the way the bed, like, when he hit. Like, if you watch the bed just flexes.
Yeah, it really was one of those situations where it was just like, it was almost comical. I'm glad everybody's okay, but it was really, it was one of those things where like, I can't even, like, you just stopped, like, just done, like, just done. Like, it was, and
I loved his interview after it, because I saw the interview on Instagram. He's like, I just figured I'd punch it and hopefully make it.
Yeah.
I was like, you should have punched it like way back there.
No kidding, right? All right. Well, all right. So going into the competition piece of things, then, did you guys have any? Did you guys do any kind of strategizing ahead of time? Did you kind of pre-plan or kind of try to figure out and game out what they might try to do to you?
So our first one, we kind of figured something was up, like with when we swapped drivers.
Well,
and then blindfolded me.
Before we swapped drivers and blindfolded, we went and did that little pre-run, and
I think everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be."
We figured the drivers were gonna be blindfolded, and the co-driver had to walk them through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The swapping driver and co-driver was like,
I think at one point I even told him while we were all standing around waiting, "What are you gonna do if they make me drive and they blindfold me?" Because
Oh wow, you like
Jeep.
Kreskin'd it, yeah.
yeah.
I've never driven the Jeep, so I was like, "What if they do this?" Like I was nervous at that point when I said that.
Yeah.
And then we were all standing around over a way so that we couldn't see what was going on, and we're like, okay, they're doing something. We don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something to really mess with us.
So no, there was a little bit of talking about what was happening, but not really exactly
no strategizing. And when we swapped, I was like, I know how she drives her Explorer.
That's how I used to drive my Explorer.
Did you fear for your Jeep, sir?
I feared for everybody around too. Because I re-geared it to 5.
Yeah, parse your words very carefully here, Calvin, because I don't have to. I won't be there tonight, but you will when we're done recording here.
I re-geared it so it had all that low end takeoff.
Yep.
And in her Explorer, she will pin you to the seat when she takes off from the stop sign, the stoplight, whatever.
I do not. You don't ride with me.
Not
every
anymore.
time we drive anywhere, you drive.
There's reasons.
Well, I feel like
I don't like to drive.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he would like you to believe. Yes.
I take it.
It's not at all that he fears for his life. Huh?
Yeah,
exactly.
But I was just thinking, she's gonna step on it and we're gonna just launch.
Yeah.
And I was like, when we put it in gear, I'm like, very gently, just touch the gas. Take your foot off the brake and let it move. Because after the re-gear, it'll start going on its own, no problem.
Yeah.
I've never driven it before that, so I wouldn't have known that.
There is that. There's part of that, like going into it, like that the ignorance part of that might have just helped a little bit because then you didn't have anything you had no basis of reference. Yeah, exactly.
It was a nice wide open field. I didn't have to worry about her hitting any curbs or
just other people. Yeah, exactly. It was just pedestrians. Yeah.
The film crew moves.
Well, you know what?
You know what? We used to be band parents. Yeah. So the thing with marching band is the marching band does their routine. They do not move for the judges. The judges have to move for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling that all of production's waivers had an additional 10 pages to them that said essentially, look, you might get hit by a vehicle. I don't know how to tell you this.
Probably.
There's a 60-40 chance at least. So, but nobody got hit that I'm aware of. I don't think. Yeah.
I think our second competition, I was ready to just throw in the towel because there was so much we had to dig out in order to get to what we needed.
Well, and after talking to Rich after the fact on the second competition, his whole plan got screwed up by all of us being tore down, ready to go.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter that his plan was messed up because our jack I was never expecting to have to get the jack out fast. I figured, if we get a flat, it's not a race. So whatever.
Yep.
It turns out the jack was a race.
Well, and just the jack part. It wasn't it wasn't that you got a flat on the road. It was you guys had a competition. You had to change a tire real fast, and you had to get to it. You weren't and here's I think the comforting piece that you guys should take away from that is you weren't the only ones. We weren't the only ones that. You were what?
We were next to last.
Yeah, but you were next to last of the people that actually finished, right?
Uh-huh.
So there's that. There's some people's stuff was so buried that they didn't even participate in that particular competition.
And in all honesty, after doing that and then Whitmore Canyon,
Yeah.
and then going to help
Keenan.
Keenan because he had his blowout or his tire go
you guys
flat.
had a lot of tire stuff, yeah.
So after that third time with Keenan, he's like, we're not putting this away. This is staying out.
So it bounced off of the seat, delete the rest of the trip.
We're not putting it away.
Yeah, to be fair, he was done.
We had to pull everything out and put it all away 3 times.
Well, and
God, yeah.
If you look in our seat delete, it's very meticulously organized.
But when you have all the rest of our stuff on top of it.
Yes.
Yes.
We didn't just pack for 5 days. We packed for 9.
Because we were camping afterwards as well.
Okay.
So we left
that tracks.
We left Mesquite Friday morning-ish, afternoon-ish, and then we got to
10.
We got to Flagstaff probably about 3.
Yeah, closer to 4.
4. And we visited with our daughter for a little bit, and then we went out and found a spot to camp and spent the night out there.
Yeah, I would have stopped. I would have refilled instead of bringing that all with me.
Yeah.
Although I did bring way too much stuff with me, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
So that about another 4 hours to our trip.
For what?
To come home and swap out clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, to get a shower in your own, I don't know. Because those showers in Vegas or in Mesquite weren't that fantastic. They were just kind of fire hoses in the wall, and
I heard if you were like on the lower floors, they were decent, but we were on the 6th.
The first night, the 7th,
no pressure.
The night, the 6th.
No pressure.
And we decided we were going home after Overland Expo, so we got home at 2:00 in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah,
we went home, or we crawled into bed and crashed.
You know what? I did the same thing. I had plans to not come home until Sunday, and Saturday afternoon I was kind of rolling around on a trail halfway between home and Mesquite, and the weather started to change a little bit, and I'm just like, man, if I stay, I gotta pull all of this stuff out of the trailer before I can even get comfortable, and it's gonna pour on me, and I'm going home.
We are very glad it didn't rain Saturday night.
Okay.
Because we got to camp and hung out with our friends that we met up there. Friday night, sorry.
Okay.
And we hung out till like 9 or 10. And then we walked back to the Jeep because we had a big open camping spot. I turned off the Devo's light and turned on the lights in the rack, which I can control with my phone. And
getting stuff in and out of the truck, getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah. Wake up the next morning to... oh shit, the rack lights are still on.
The truck door's still wide open.
The truck doors are wide open because we just went to bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
There were no bears in the area that night.
No kidding. Wow. All right. Okay. Well, good deal, guys. Well, it sounds like, and you've already touched on it. You guys said you'd do it again. You would do it again as competitors too, not just as Chase team. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
very nice.
If we could go back and compete again, like next year or the year after, I mean, knowing more of what we know now.
And I think at the end of the day, it's bad to say, but it's kind of like a shakedown run for Rich on what to do with this.
No, I don't think it's a bad thing to say at all. No, I don't think it's a bad thing to say at all. And I think Rich would probably agree with you. I think that he knew that kind of going into this, that there was going to be a lot of unknowns. And I mean, hell, in the conversations that we had leading up to it, there were a lot of unknowns. There were a lot of unknowns while we were out on the trail.
Well, we had the points of interest, but we didn't know what to do with them.
And I did talk to Brandy about that afterwards, and she said that piece of it never fully got up and running.
Yeah, there was going to be. My understanding is that they wanted an app to go along with it to grab those points of interest to easily score all that and take care of that. So that'll probably be in place next year a little bit better. And
I think having that help with the competition points will probably be huge.
I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to favor those people that try to find a balance of speed and checking out those points of interest. Because if there was no, for those of you listening, there was no limit on how long it to take you to get from camp A to camp B. But if you didn't get to camp B by a certain time, I think you lost points or something like that.
I know
It
there
was
was
something weird.
he said there was it should take no more than 8 hours, but at the 10 hours they're coming to get you.
Yeah, and at that point you start losing stuff, but I don't know how that all works. So, but
That's fair.
I'm sure that'll get defined better next year, and
Oh yeah.
and we'll see how that goes. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
and go ahead.
we went and had a really cool walkthrough at the
Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Oh yeah, Keen was talking about that. You guys
Yeah.
really kind of had to hold, like, he knew all the history too.
He
Mhm.
did. I guess he's visited it like
He said 17 or 18 times.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we saw it on our points of interest, and the trail, because we did novice, we had the little blue dot on the red trail. It went
Mhm.
right past it, and you were supposed to turn right to go to it. We didn't know it, and Keenan's like, "Hey, do you guys want to go to the ghost town?" We're like, "Sure."
So we turned around and went back, and when we went back, there was Sherpa. The chase crew was
Huh.
Sherpa, and they followed us, and we got out, and Keenan was like, "Hey, let's go look into it, and I'll show you around." So we followed Keenan, and then next thing we know, here comes the camera crew following along. So they got their own little tour with it as well.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
think the camera crew was Jones to find out you could go in there, and I think the camera crew was surprised by how, I don't want to say engaged we were as individual off-roaders. I think they were kind of surprised by how willing we were to both show them around, what it is that we do, and that the breadth of knowledge that we had. We had EMTs to
Oh yeah.
to people who do
Chicken farmers.
design and software engineering, chicken farmers, and like the width and breadth of people that were on this trip was pretty spectacular. So that was kind of cool on that level.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Keenan, I found out, wrote a book.
Yeah.
About
I found out we found out yesterday too, and listeners to that episode have found out too, because I think we plugged it 3 times at least.
and I
Are you
talking
gonna
to
plug it again
him,
now?
It's emergency systems risk management response. I don't know. Like,
well, it was funny finding that out, because I know when he talks about how everything in his rig is purpose. Like he only runs 33s because he doesn't need any bigger. Well, I'm running 38s because out here, some of the rocks I got to go over, I'm still dragging.
Yeah.
So mine's purpose built for what we do.
Yep.
But finding out that he's done emergency management and all that, I've had to go through all the training for emergency management, because my role at my school district is I do all the safety and security, the physical safety and security. So I deal with all the cameras, the access control, lockdowns, and all that. So it's kind of funny how we're from 2 different spectrums, but we kind of do the same stuff in different ways.
Yeah, and I'm sure some of that came up in like Rich's kind of doing the cross section of the people that he chose for this thing, but none of that means anything if you don't actually start talking about that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, no, we were talking about
and-
off-roading.
yeah,
And,
exactly.
he was showing us cool little things, like his way to cook without anything but water.
Oh yeah, his little container that he invented.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't ask him about that. I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he
Alright.
called it, but it's like a whole little Tupperware dish with water and a chemical, and you mix the two, and it starts heating up, so you can heat up whatever you want inside this Tupperware dish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a handheld MRE. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's reusable too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So
and
he's got
that's
refill packs, and like
Okay.
you have to use his water because it's got the right
in the right
salinity and all that. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah. Some of the innovation pieces of things, some of the gear that people brought with them on this trip was impressive. And stuff that they had, and solutions that they had. I saw a lot of stuff that I never would have thought that I would see in this kind of an event. So,
Well, I mean, like you can see in our picture, we've got right next to the Rotopack, that box actually with the pull of a pin drops off. and that's
okay.
That's all our recovery gear.
Yeah.
So,
and those are great boxes, by the way. I'm a huge fan of that.
I love Harbor Freight.
It's the box is Harbor Freight, but then it's also the mounting solutions.
The mounting company.
The mounting company. They built the
Okay.
mount that mounted it to the Jeep, and it's just a pin that you pull and it drops right off.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Nice. Yeah. Look, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get good gear all the time.
No.
And, some of the stuff, you just got to be discerning about what you buy. Some of the stuff at Harbor Freight is well worth it.
On our
especially well worth
Super
the money.
Duty, we had a 18-gallon sprayer container with a pump that we bought at Tractor Supply for our water.
There you go.
We put water in it. We attached it to our shower system. We used it to wash our hands and our dishes, and
That's awesome.
And then
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we went to Overland Expo, Colorado last year, and we ended up spending the money for one of the Dometic pump, little faucets.
Yeah.
Great investment. I mean, we love the thing. We've charged it twice, maybe in a year. And I mean,
nice.
We use it all the time.
Yeah, the trailer I came with one, and I didn't use it, and I regret it now because it would have made my life a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
So, oh well, you live, you learn on those things.
Yeah.
All right. So you've done this now. You guys have completed this almost. I think we all calculated out to almost 600 miles. Desert, most of it off pavement. And at this point, people are going to be getting ready to apply for season 2 or have already applied for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody new to this whole? I don't want to use the term that just floated across my head. Let's say different adventure in the desert that can sometimes be stressful.
I mean, don't pick your co-pilot off of the internet.
You know what? That's good advice for a whole host of things. Don't pick random people off the internet to help you. It's not a good idea.
No. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if you're not in a good place like us, overlanding has brought us closer and made our relationship a lot stronger and a lot better.
We started this when our kids started graduating high school, and we started realizing that we were empty nesting, and we were like, what are we going to do now? And because we were so much about our kids and their band career and their high school career, and they all graduated, and one of them went off and started a career immediately. The other one's in college and Flagstaff, and we're like, now what's here for us? So that's when we really got into this.
Yeah, if you're not in a good place, you've got to really know your co-pilot, honestly, because there's a lot of stress involved. There's a lot of stress of, getting through the obstacles, trying to find different ways around because the team in front of you has blocked you, or, the team in front of you is just going slow and you don't want to go slow, or bouncing down a trail for 20 miles that's full of big rocks and you're just bouncing. It's a stress.
I can honestly say that at Whitmore Canyon, I got out of the Jeep and had to go take like 20 minutes to myself because there was so much bouncing along that I was just done and I needed to like have my space for a moment.
Well, I need to get the shakes. I need everything to stop moving for a minute. Yep. Ground myself a little bit.
I think I hit that point where I felt like I was overstimulated and was like, okay, I'm done. I just need to take a moment and decompress.
Well, and I mean, we weren't taking it easy because we knew where we were going and we wanted to get to the canyon.
Oh, you're trying to get that good spot.
We're from Arizona and we've been to the Grand Canyon one other time.
Yeah.
But we've been in Arizona our entire lives and we've been to the Grand Canyon one other time.
That's okay.
And it was the South Rim where there's too many people.
Yes.
Yeah. It was, I mean, it's been a long time since I've been to the Grand Canyon, but this was a unique experience just where we were.
This was way better.
Yeah.
Like the picture that I have of where I woke up to the next day when it's just that'll live with me forever. So it was great.
I have a video that
highlighted this.
I have a video that I took after we parked, and it's basically just a shot of the tail of the Jeep, and then zooming around and down, and you can see how close we are to the edge. And everybody that I have shown that to, they're like, "You are so crazy," and I'm like,
Yeah.
but who can say they've done that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And you guys parked closer to the edge too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
We were like literally
Yeah,
10 feet away from the edge.
Yeah, I sent a
Yeah.
picture in the dark of the edge of the canyon to the main couple that we go off-roading with, and he's like, no, thank you. And I'm like, seriously?
See, I tried. I tried. I pulled in front of number 2. I really wanted to park there, but I couldn't get the trailer level enough to stay there. Otherwise, I would have camped there.
We have RV leveling blocks that we park up on. You know,
Yeah, I didn't have any of that mess.
it
was a rental.
We've been doing this stuff a little bit.
Yeah, and now, well, see, here's the thing now is the piece, the one of the pieces I get to take away from it is now knowing all of you who do this stuff on a more regular basis, so that I can ask these questions of next time. Because
Yep.
we'll do things a little differently next time.
We've literally told anybody, you know, if you want help, ask. If you like, I think Living to Relax actually posted up that he wants to build a overlanding rig out of a JK, and I'm like, dude, when you're ready, holler. I'll give you any advice you want. You can take it or leave it.
Have you seen the Facebook page that Brandy created yesterday or the day before?
Oh yeah, for season 1 contestants.
No, it's a Trail Hero Expedition season 1. So everybody's been posting in there and commenting in there, and it's funny to see everybody communicating through there.
I'll have to check. I might have been added to it, and I just don't know it yet. I don't check that often enough. So the Facebook side of things.
He told me he added me to it. That's the only reason I know it was there.
Nice. Oh no, that'll make for some great photos and videos. So
yeah, people are already posting all kinds of stuff in there.
Great. Okay. All right. And so I think that's great advice. I think that's part of the reason why Rich too kind of was really focused on the co-pilot piece, because you know, even if the majority of folks aren't Keenan, right? They're not the folks who like to do the completely solo wheeling. They're typically couples that are going out for the weekend and stuff like that, and small families that are doing that kind of jazz. And overlanding can test your relationship. It can, hell, off-roading for a day can test your relationship depending on what you're doing. So it's a unique stress on that relationship when you're out there doing that kind of stuff, because there's a bit of danger involved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, and like back when we had the Super Duty, when we were first starting, I think both of us dreaded setting up and tearing down camp, because
that's when the nerves would come out,
the
towards each other.
tension and the, you know, I needed you to do this way, not that way, and you know, that kind of stuff. And now we've done it so much.
We've kind of gotten into a groove where we were just like, okay, let's just do it and get it done, because we know how it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's why it's 30 minutes.
You recognize when you get, and you recognize when you got to do something about it, you know, whatever the conflict is in the moment, and when you can push it and do something about it later.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot better to deal with it in the moment if you can, but there are times where, like, look, we just need to get through this piece, and then we can melt down about whatever we need to later.
Well, there have been plenty of times where we've done that. We get through it and then sit down and have that discussion.
Here's what's not going to happen again.
You know, and I distinctly remember somewhere on the trip, you know, we were talking about how Keenan's doing it alone, and I'm like, you know, honestly, I wouldn't do this trip if you wouldn't have came.
Just so you know, Keenan did have a co-pilot a couple days. It was me.
Okay.
They were
in front.
He was following along, and I was leading him. So.
Okay. I'm gonna insert that soundbite into his show right after he says he did that all by himself. Yeah,
it was me. At least a couple of those days.
Okay.
I mean, if
that's good to know.
You listen to some of the footage of us talking on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, don't let your wife miss this corner, because I don't want to miss it.
Oh, less than a couple of days. We already throwing shade. I love that. That's fantastic.
It was fun though. I mean, we had a lot of fun.
Oh. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of crap about getting lost myself.
That thing I said at the dinner where Keenan was who I have to worry about now. that friendship has continued on over the last week.
I'm sorry, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
you're doomed. Yeah, she's
some of the
gonna...
you know, I mean, honestly,
it's fine. I'm not really that concerned by it.
Okay, takes pressure off you. Let's you have to deal with Calvin.
Go call Keenan.
You should have heard some of the people on the radio. Like, dude, you guys' conversation's great, but we kind of need to talk about this real quick.
At one point, I finally told him, I was like, you and Keenan find a different channel because it's rude that you two are talking constantly and nobody else has a chance to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily,
there's part of me that
a radio. We have the truck mounted radio, and then we had a handheld. So I put the handheld on the everybody chat and had the mounted one for us to BS with.
Yeah, that's the other reason I want to travel with everybody next time, is because I want to record that audio straight to audio, just to capture all of it, just because I know there's going to be amazing radio. It's good stuff.
Some of the conversations were hilarious.
I think in my notes somewhere I even wrote down funny conversation between Calvin and Keenan.
Oh, it's going to be real interesting to see. I know what I've been hit up for in terms of like spare footage and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what hits in the final cuts. But to that end, yeah, I hope that we can manage to pull together some sort of a reunion show. I want to do this Love is Blind style. Like, everybody gets a chance to watch it, and then once we get to see it, they can all comment on how they feel they were portrayed.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting because, like, she doesn't like listening to her YouTubes after she makes them.
Nope.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because when I started the show, I told people, like, I'm not a person that really I don't enjoy being on camera. Like, my Instagram's account, it's about my Jeep and the places it goes. It's not about me. And it is only through raw perseverance that I do this now in a more comfortable manner than I used to. I hate it. And it's only because I've edited 100 episodes of myself included where I've got to watch it back. So I've waterboarded myself into accepting the fact that I am on camera and I'm on a microphone. So occasionally,
no matter how much
you
try, your speaking is never going to be perfect. You're going to have to do multiple takes.
And even when by the time you get to the take that you finally accept, it's just because, like, I don't want to do this again. So that's going to be the good enough take. Because I can't do 4 hours of this 15 seconds of audio that I'm trying to record. It's terrible.
No, we totally gave Rich some bloopers to go watch from a YouTube channel I watch a lot of, which Cutting Edge Engineering. I don't know if you've ever watched that, dude.
It's a
is that
the Australian machinist?
Okay, he's not the guy who posts everything wrong, is he?
No. This guy, at the end of all the episodes, his wife posts the bloopers, and like just watching Rich mess up and just drop his head and go, okay, I'm gonna do it again.
Or fuck.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Are you kidding me? I know I have a ton of that footage, and I look for, because I know a lot of it's going to end up on the cutting room floor, but I guarantee you that I'm going to try to put some of it together. There were some great, there were some amazing bloopers. There was some good stuff that will never see the light of day unless we show it.
even like it.
But that's why I'm here, folks.
I think that second
I'm here to ruin all of your day.
That second day, I was him trying to get through is whatever he was talking about. I was like, we're gonna have a blooper reel, right? I told them they needed to do a blooper reel with the dinner because some of it was just so epic.
Oh yeah.
The 96,000 feet thing is going to make it. It has to. It has to have made it. I hope that if you're listening to the show, you know what that means, because you watched the show. And if you didn't, long story short, go watch the show and find out if the 96,000 foot thing made it or not. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be space for that. There has to be space for that. But if not, Rich, you know us. I will gladly air all of that fun footage for you so that it gets to see the light of day and that we can all reference it when we go back to talk about season 1 of Trail Hero Expedition.
I really think they could do a 7th episode of just bloopers.
But, dude, the amount of footage that we took, we could probably do like a 24 episode, 1 hour run of everything. Like I know the footage I got, and I can only imagine how much footage the production guys got. So
plus on top of that, all of the contestants footage.
I think we gave
12
them just us over the total amount of days was probably close to 3.5 to 4 terabytes.
That sounds about right. Yep.
Because we were shooting 4 cameras all day. Plus, she would shoot with her
cell phone, my digital camera,
or even our little
DJI.
The original version of your DJI action.
Oh, the Osmo.
Yeah, we have the original.
Oh, cool.
And she shot.
Maybe I can buy that. Well, the lens from you because I destroyed my original DJI Osmo lens on day 1. I took it out of the package and dropped it right on a rock. Oh, that's all right. I got the new one, and this one was enough of a task to get before it went up $200 in price right before Trail Hero X. So
yeah,
I got it on Monday for that trip.
Oh wow!
All right. Well, we should probably get out of here, guys. We've been talking long enough. So is there before we do that though, is there anything else that you guys wanted to chat about either yourselves or Trail Hero Expeditions or the competition piece or
did we want to discuss,
I don't know what's going on in Jeep?
Did you want to discuss the challenge number 3?
Always. Bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Challenge number 3. I disqualified like 5 minutes into it. And I didn't so bad. I disqualified 3 teams.
Oh, that's right. Because at that point you guys were part of a group for that challenge.
Yep. I felt horrible because if it had just been him and I would have been upset with myself. But because there was 2 other teams that were part of it, I felt really bad.
Oh yeah.
But
what did you what was the challenge for those people listening? What was the challenge? And then how did you get disqualified?
Challenge number 3 was like a relay race style camping game thing. And we were doing ring toss, and then the next one was a beanbag toss. Well, I don't remember what the third one was.
Ladder ball.
And
then the puzzle.
Oh, and then the puzzle. And him and I were doing the ring toss, just tossing it around. He kept tossing it. I kept throwing it back. I decided we were going to try to flip. And I went to step over the rings instead of around and tripped and broke it.
She broke the board.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, I was kind of glad we were done, but at the same time, I felt bad specifically for the other teams.
Well,
on one hand, I'm glad we're completed with this mess, but yes, I get it.
Keenan was happy about it because it made his 3rd forfeit. So he was 0 for 3 on completing.
Making the game with it.
Keenan had feelings about the challenges overall. Yeah, he did, and I don't blame him. Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
I'm interested to see what his episode with you is going to sound like.
It wasn't too bad.
I heard a little bit of it today.
It wasn't too bad. I'm sure he did. Yeah, no, he did. It was okay. Yeah, he did all right.
He was very strongly opinionated on some of the stuff.
And honestly, if he's the strongest opinion, if he's the strongest opinionated person that we talked to on the show about this whole thing, then we'll be fine. Honestly, nothing you guys have said to date, I think, is anything that, like Rich wouldn't say to himself about this experience. Like we all had, this was new for all of us on every level. Like
we heard after the tire air up challenge, because Rich came to us and you could see he genuinely was like,
he felt bad,
upset.
He did.
And
he was very, we talked about it a lot.
And that is why we made him this, to show him we have a good sense of humor.
and he will appreciate it. I guarantee you that he will.
I hope it makes his shelf behind his desk so that it can be seen.
Oh yeah,
all the Trail Hero Tuesdays.
I'm very happy to have inspired him to finally put that shelf up behind him.
But
where's yours?
Now he needs to start adding fun stuff to it. I like that.
We were not like, it was, oh, that sucks. But then he's like, they're gonna change your tires out, and I was like, one problem with that, the spare has a slightly bent rim, so they had to swap 2 tires to make it so that
the front wasn't wobbly.
Yeah, we didn't have high-speed wobble on the front end.
Oof.
And you know, I was 100% down to jump right in and help change it because it's my truck. And they're like, no, this is our fault. We're taking care of it. And I'm like, but it's my truck. I'll help. And
I think in this particular instance, it was just because that's what they had specifically tried to avoid.
Yeah.
In the changing of the way that they were going to do that. Because let me tell you, the original plan about that particular challenge was, like as far as an observer from the outside, it was chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was going to be fantastic. Like there were night vision cameras that were ordered as rentals. Like it was a whole big thing.
See, and I wouldn't have minded it if they put something under the axle so you didn't damage the tires setting on them overnight. That would.
I think there was a lot of reasons why they abandoned that idea, and I mean, there's still a way to do it next time, but I don't think any of the challenges next time are going to be the same. Like knowing Rich, he's not going to do that stuff the same way twice.
You know, we kind of had a feeling something was going on when we're walking away and
we turn around and look back at
we see all the movement in between the vehicles, and I'm like, at first I was like, is that the side-by-side group going through our vehicles? And I hit the button to make sure it was locked again, and it reached. Yeah. And I think my horn honking, Glenn was like, oh, we need to go over here.
That's because he's got an earpiece going, you need to go further. You're not far enough away yet. That's awesome.
But yeah.
Yep.
No, and
okay.
It didn't bug me as bad as I think it would have bugged other people because I was raised that shit happens. You know?
Yeah. I feel like Keenan would have had a stronger reaction to that than you.
Yeah.
He made it very, very known, his reaction for us.
Yes, that tracks.
And to pull out the win on that one was just, that was icing right there.
Yeah.
But there you go.
That was really attributed to we air up and air down together every single time. So she knew where everything was, how to do it. You know, I had to stand back because I want to jump in and help. But, you know, part of what we did that wasn't the normal is she put the passenger side on and I told her start the compressor as you go around. So she already started the passenger side airing up, and because we have a 4-tire system, as soon as she connected the other tires, it equalized. So it filled up the other tires quicker.
There you go.
You know, and it's
little things like that, right? It wasn't there were many moments on a lot of those competitions where it was only a few seconds between places.
Oh yeah. You know, and we smoked that because we do it together all the time.
Yeah.
So
awesome. I think you guys did a great job as a team. I mean, it's, you know, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but I think it's when the show airs, I think it's going to be real obvious who's a strong group before, during, and after the event.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are a good example of that. Like you guys were still smiling and happy and you still liked each other at the finish line at the banquet. So I'm taking and you showed up tonight to record this together. So it's a week or two later, and we're still good.
Yeah. Well, we're 20 years and counting. So
yeah, okay. You're just too financially entwined now.
I mean, that sounds like something my dad would say. You know, my dad buys new toys so his wife can't divorce him.
Oh boy! Wow. Wow, I'm gonna mark that one. I want to hold on to that clip. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm, you know, up until we actually started doing this Jeep, there was a lot of, no, we're not going to do that because we can't afford it. This Jeep was, yes, it's going to be financially suck, but let's do it because it's going to help us.
Yeah. If you're going to enjoy it and you're actually going to use it and you've gotten to a place where you know what kind of a build you want with the stuff you have, then why not kind of, go ahead and bite the bullet. But if you're that person, you're just starting out, go ahead, get that Harbor Freight stuff. Figure out what you like first before you spend all that money.
We're still going to Harbor Freight to buy stuff because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad had a rule with Harbor Freight. If you're going to buy something because you need it to last, don't buy it at Harbor Freight. But if you want to buy something because you need it and you don't care if it breaks, go to Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
He says that, but ask him where we got our jack.
Right. When I was 18 years old, we bought a bench grinder from Harbor Freight because we needed it for one job. My dad still has that bench grinder in his garage and it still works.
There it is.
Because he didn't expect it to work. He didn't care if it lasted over one job. But the stuff that you really want it to work, it might break.
It is, but you know that going in. And are you gonna just gloss over what your wife said, or are you gonna
our jack came from Harbor Freight?
I don't care if it's a Harbor Freight jack. I don't really care. Does it work?
Hell yeah.
Including the adjustments.
Yeah, who cares?
On it.
Yeah, I built an axle
cradle.
Oh, an axle cradle. Yeah.
I built one.
I highly recommend that with a good bottle jack and an axle cradle. Man, that'll get you most situations for
as long as you remember to extend the screw on top so that it'll reach your 38s.
Yes. I don't have to worry about that with my little 35s, but yes, I get where you're going with that.
That was one thing he said when we got home. One thing he said when we got home after the tire change challenge, he was like, I forgot that I could screw it up and make it taller or make it higher.
Yeah, because I was maxed out on the jack and I'm like, come on, I tried this at home. It reached. What did I? It worked. So I figured it sunk in.
But then you screwed it in to get smaller. Yep. Yeah. You always forget about those little details in the moment. And then you get home and you're like, oh, damn it. I could have done that.
Yeah. Especially when you're in a hurry because
it's a competition.
Because someone has dropped a challenge on you at the last second. And Rich goes to sleep peacefully tonight, knowing that he did exactly what he wanted to do with all of you.
Right. Well, I don't know if you heard about that part. So after we all rolled around in the dirt, changing our tires, Rich and Glenn are standing at the beginning, telling us we can go one at a time, and they're all pretty and clean. So we saw them all pretty and clean, and Jennifer's like, they're too clean. So I grabbed the radio, and Genrite was behind us, and I get a hold of him on the radio. I'm like, when we go, don't.
Why they did that?
Yes. I'm like, don't scoot right up on us because we're going to go. And they realized what I was saying. So as soon as we got past Rich and Glenn, I just punched it and launched dirt everywhere. And I guess from that point, everybody else decided to do the same thing.
Yeah, they did. It was fun to watch. It was those of us who were still dirty from that morning alone. It was fun to watch because just standing there, it was windy and dusty and dirty and gross.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm hoping that video makes the trail or makes the edit too.
I really want.
If not, I might have some.
I want to see the video from when we left camp for Sand Hollow.
Oh, the little.
Oh, you guys tore out of there too, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh, I guess they were talking about it because we ripped out of there.
Oh, you did. Then a couple of other people tried ripping out of there, ended up bottoming out. I got made fun of for six wheeling it out of there. So, because after you guys left, they decided to, because we're all leaving camp, all production and everybody, and Rich Glenn are still standing up there, and I'm like, are we all just lining up like you're sending us out to shoot too? And he goes, yeah. So they're just recording us doing that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that trailer. Yeah, just bouncing around behind me.
You mean you made it out without getting stuck?
I did, but I knew I had the right air pressure at that point. And thank you, Jennifer. You know what? I really appreciate you bringing the interview full circle, though, because we started with my failure and we're going to end with my failure. This is awesome. Thank you very much.
We actually contemplated leaving that in 2-wheel drive just to throw dirt everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Then you probably would have gotten stuck. That would have been your lucky moment where you got stuck in that moment.
That's why I was in 4-wheel drive.
Then this interview would be ending in a completely different way.
It would. Well, Sand Hollow does that to you. It makes you think of doing stupid things, and then you try to do stupid things, and then it doesn't end.
I think we've witnessed that a lot growing up next to the sand dudes, like Glamis. Sorry, that was
anywhere where you could do 80 miles across sand. Yeah. No, we had the most fun entering. Everybody who followed the map, like, went around this whole cliff thing that we just drove down, because we saw where everybody's tracks went to it and then backed up and went around it like the map said to go through. And I pulled up to it, and I was going to go around, and even Jenright and Keenan, they're like, no, it's too much. And I went, fuck it. And I drove down it, and she was already down there to record us coming around the corner, so she just kind of turned the camera and recorded me crawling down the rocks.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are the only ones that did that either. I think a bunch of people had fun with that. All right, well, let's get out of here, guys. So what'll be nice about this is that, you guys have not been on the show, so because I knew even going into this, we weren't going to have enough time to tell all the stories that we wanted to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the nice part about it is that once you've been a guest on the show, you guys are welcome for a live show anytime. Right. And we do live shows every couple weeks, and then we'll have whoever wants to come in and just have a couple drinks if you drink, and sit around and talk about news and whatever we're doing and whatever we broke that week, or stories that we had just remembered from Trail Hero X that we'd forgotten about, because I get the distinct feeling that's going to happen on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, we'd be
with the week that I've had at work since Trail Hero. I'm sure there's plenty I've forgotten.
That's part of the reason why I wanted to have some of these conversations early, because I figured, some of these stories are going to be right on the top of people's heads, and then some of them they'll pop up later. So I think we'll probably do some shows. Maybe we'll do some shows after the show airs and kind of talk about what people remember now. Maybe it's just shorter than these kind of long ones, and I can group them together for different. Anyway, that's a conversation for offline. We don't have to bore our listeners with all that. All right,
we're down anytime.
What'd you say?
I said we'd be down anytime.
Awesome. All right. Well, you guys are welcome anytime. All right, guys. Anything else that we should hit before we get out of here, though?
No, I think
any parting words of wisdom for folks, other than to make sure you like your co-driver.
Just like your co-driver and trust your rig. Make sure your rig's on.
I think that's life advice.
You're never
like
gonna
your co-driver.
Yeah. Don't go with full tire
and trust your rig.
You're never gonna get out there and see things unless you actually get out there and see things.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. There's this whole world of stuff that I think a whole lot of people just don't know exists, and it's available to you. Your public lands are your public lands. Go out, explore them. You don't have to, have 38s. You can do the Keenan build with 33s and get a whole lot of places with a very, very modest build. Just go out there and explore.
Yeah, explore and respect our lands, and whatever you take out there, definitely make sure you pack it out.
Yep, exactly. And if you decide to sign up for Trail Hero Expeditions next year, just know that it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of you're gonna meet a ton of really great people. You're gonna have a whole lot of fun. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot crammed into, like 5 or 6 days on the trail, and you get there, but man, some people, it's rough for some folks when you get started. So just enjoy the time and try to enjoy the trip itself. I think it'd be my advice to everybody when you go out there and do it.
Yeah. And when your co-driver says it's not a race, it really isn't. I mean, we all thought there was something hidden in there. There's a race here somehow. And the only race was to the shower on the last day.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Like I feel like everybody just wanted to get back for that purpose. They wanted a nice hot meal that they didn't have to cook and a good shower. All right. Well, good deal, guys. If you want to know more about Calvin and Jennifer Polda, see, I still remembered. I had it. You can check them out. It's Calvin Polda on Instagram and Mrs. Polda, excuse me, on Instagram. I'll link to you guys in the show notes. And then on YouTube, do you want me to give the Calvin one or just the SRG one?
The SRG, and same with the
Okay.
Instagram. The SRG, we do a lot more than our personal Instagrams.
Yeah.
Okay. I just put these in here for me. So it's just SRG Offroad on Instagram?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know why my notes here did not do that correctly, but so it's SRG Offroad on Instagram. It's SRG Offroad on YouTube.
Yep.
You're going to get all the long form stuff from them on YouTube. And then of course, follow them on the social media piece. Cause that's where we
do
that's where we get all of our watchers from initially.
we
got to rope you in. Yeah.
So,
okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys very much for coming on the show. Really, it was awesome meeting you guys in the desert. I feel like you guys are just going to be folks I know for the rest of time now at this point. So,
I mean,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, one of your co-hosts, or she's stuck with us too sometimes.
Alyssa.
Alyssa, yeah, she's from our neck of the woods.
Good.
So we run.
Oh yeah, she's 100%. And she's an overlander too. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. You hit her up.
We
for
actually ran into her at Overland Expo.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I know she said that she ran into Rich and Glenn and some of the contestants. So it's a good deal. All right. We'll have her. We're gonna have her back for a live show here pretty soon too. I gotta get back into the swing of that stuff too. Not just recording all these. All right, guys, let's get the heck out of here.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We will have you guys back for a live show. Hopefully, we'll do that reunion show. And if you're still with us at the end of this, please check out all the other Trail Hero Expedition episodes that we got running. We'll link to all of them in the show notes. Every team is getting kind of a bit of a profile because these are reality shows. You don't have a ton of time to get to know everybody. So, well, thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for riding along with us this week and letting us be part of your off-road adventures. Safe travels on and off-road. As always, stay the trail. And we'll see you next time at the trailhead. Have a good night, everybody.